Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm starting something new here. In this series, I'll be sharing my personal theories and perspectives about the systems, trends, and patterns shaping the world around us. And I want to begin with a big one. In this video, I'll be talking about well-known brands like HelloFresh and Factor, and exploring how subscription-based convenience might be influencing everyday people in ways we don't usually think about. This isn't an attack and it's not promotion. It's simply a perspective, a closer look at something that has quietly become part of millions of lives. Let's get into it. There is something happening in modern kitchens that looks simple on the surface but carries deeper implications when examined closely. Subscription-based meal services like HelloFresh and Factor have grown rapidly across the United States and Europe. They promise fresh ingredients, ready-to-eat meals, reduced food waste, and relief from grocery shopping. The global meal kit industry is valued in the tens of billions of dollars and continues to expand each year, especially after the pandemic reshaped consumer behavior. Millions of households now rely on weekly deliveries as part of their normal routine. Influencers promote these brands heavily, investors support their expansion, and customers appreciate the convenience. Another layer that makes this growth even more interesting is how widespread these sponsorships are across completely different types of creators. For example, creators like Danny Gonzalez have mentioned HelloFresh in sponsored segments. Jarvis Johnson has had sponsorships from Factor. Hannah Louise Poston has worked with Factor. Teresa is Dead frequently includes HelloFresh sponsorships. Robert Welsh and James Welsh have promoted HelloFresh. The Click has also featured HelloFresh in sponsored content. Even large production-focused channels like Corridor Crew have included Factor sponsorships in multiple videos. These creators operate in completely different niches: commentary, beauty, skincare, visual effects, lifestyle. Different audiences and different demographics, yet the same brands appear repeatedly. This does not automatically suggest anything negative. Sponsorships are a normal and transparent part of online business. However, from a systems perspective, it demonstrates how deeply integrated these subscription meal services have become within digital culture. When a product is consistently endorsed across unrelated communities, it begins to feel universal. Repetition builds familiarity. Familiarity builds comfort, and comfort reduces hesitation. There are clear advantages to these services. Pre-portioned ingredients reduce waste. Structured recipes simplify cooking. Ready-made meals save time for busy individuals and families. For many people, these services genuinely make life easier. They lower the mental load of planning meals and remove the stress of navigating crowded stores. In practical terms, the model works. However, this is where a different thought begins to form. In scientific research, when long-term experiments are conducted on mice, researchers provide measured portions of food at controlled intervals. The goal is stability. Predictable input produces predictable behavior. The mice are not given wide choice or spontaneous variation. They are sustained within a structured system designed for consistency. Subscription meal services also operate on measurement, timing, and structure. Meals are pre-selected or chosen from limited menus. Portions are calculated. Deliveries arrive on schedule. Over time, the act of selecting ingredients, exploring stores, or discovering unfamiliar foods becomes less frequent. The system reduces friction in daily life. Friction has traditionally played a role in human experience. Grocery shopping involves exposure to new products, seasonal variations, cultural ingredients, and unplanned decisions. Cooking historically required improvisation and adaptation. Food has been tied to culture, memory, creativity, and experimentation. When meals are streamlined into recurring shipments, the relationship with food becomes more transactional and structured. This shift is not inherently negative. Efficiency is valuable. Time is limited. Reducing waste is beneficial. Yet systems designed for optimization can also shape behavior gradually. Subscription models rely on retention rates, recurring payments, and long-term customer engagement. Predictability is profitable. The longer customers remain subscribed, the more stable the revenue structure becomes. Over time, reliance on automated delivery can narrow active decision-making. Instead of daily or weekly independent choices, food becomes part of a prearranged cycle. Human beings adapt quickly to routine. When routines become normalized, alternatives feel unnecessary rather than unavailable. The range of spontaneous exploration may decrease without being consciously noticed. This pattern extends beyond food. Streaming platforms recommend what to watch. Algorithms filter what content appears online. Navigation systems determine routes. Many aspects of life are now optimized for efficiency and reduced effort. Each advancement offers convenience, yet each also reduces certain forms of active engagement. The comparison to laboratory mice is not meant as an accusation, but as an observation about structured systems. When environments are controlled and inputs are measured, behavior adapts accordingly. Humans are more complex and capable of reflection, but they are still influenced by repeated patterns. If food decisions are consistently outsourced to subscription systems, cultural habits may gradually shift toward dependence on pre-structured options. This is just my thought, my theory. I am not against these services, and I am not in favor of them either. They provide real benefits and solve real problems. No one is sponsoring this video. The purpose here is simply to examine the broader direction of convenience-based systems and consider how they may influence daily life over time. The central question is not whether meal subscription services are good or bad. The question is whether increasing optimization changes how actively people participate in ordinary experiences like choosing and preparing food. Convenience can improve life, but awareness of its long-term effects remains important. The mice in laboratory settings survive within controlled systems. Their needs are met. Their environment is stable. The distinction between survival and active engagement is where reflection becomes necessary. As subscription models continue expanding globally, it may be useful to occasionally step outside automated routines and reintroduce deliberate choice. Balance between efficiency and autonomy could determine how these systems shape future habits. Remember to be inspired always. See you next time.